46 local high schools compete in a tournament of knowledge for a trip to Europe on this year's hottest game show, Bay Area Quiz Kids. Brought to you by SBC, Oracle, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Samtrans. And now, the best host on the West Coast, the one, the only, Brad Friedman.
Thank you so much. Welcome to Quiz Kids. I'm Brad Friedman, and today we have a battle between two fine Peninsula high schools. Over here, let's say hello to, from Millbrae, the Mills High School Vikings. And from South San Francisco, let's give a cheer for the South City Warriors. Without further ado, let us begin as we play the collaboration round. Welcome, gentlemen in stylish suits and ties, and lady and gentlemen in the classy sweatshirts. In this first round, you'll be playing as a team. I have a series of 10-point questions. I'll ask your team a question, give you a few seconds to collaborate, and then ask your captain, Chris or Andrew, to give me the answer you think is correct. Give me the right answer, you score the points. Give me the wrong answer, the other team gets to collaborate and possibly steal those points away from you. We'll go back and forth, question by question, until the buzzer signals the end of the first round, okay? Good luck to both teams. Mills, you get the first question. People from this town are called Mancunians. What is this town in northwest England, sometimes called that country's second city?
Manchester?
Manchester, that's right. Warriors, your first question. In geometry, there are generally two kinds, one for segments and one for angles. What are these lines that divide a segment or angle into two equal parts?
Bisector?
That is right for 10 points. For civil proceedings in England and Wales, it has been replaced by the term witness summons, as to move away from using Latin. What is this Latin word, a writ that orders a person to appear in court under penalty?
Subpoena?
That is correct, subpoena. In 1977, activist Stephen Biko was killed while fighting against what segregationist regime in South Africa? Don't know?
No.
You can steal.
Apartheid. The apartheid?
That is it, apartheid. Your next question, Mills. The proposed European Constitution hit a few stumbling blocks in 2005. Name the two countries whose citizens voted against it between January 1st and October 1st, 2005.
France and Germany?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You could steal this time.
Germany and England?
France and Holland.
Oh.
Here's your next question, Warriors. If a car is going 20 meters per second, how much negative acceleration is needed to get the car stopped in 8 seconds? Andrew?
4?
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
2.5 meters per second squared.
Okay, that's correct. Here is your next question. Scottish, Italian, and Reformation are all nicknames of symphonies by what 19th century composer?
Brahms?
No, I'm sorry. Can you let us know the answer and steal the points?
Repeat the question, please.
Scottish, Italian, and Reformation are all nicknames of symphonies by what 19th century composer?
I just said
Beethoven?
Nope, Mendelssohn. The publishing company Simon & Schuster, the radio network Infinity Broadcasting, the movie studio Paramount, and the TV channels Showtime, Spike TV, and CMT are all owned by what media giant that also owns the CBS television network?
Disney?
No, I'm sorry.
Viacom?
That's right, Viacom. In 2005, British researchers claimed to have found a long-lost city mentioned in one of literature's greatest stories. Name the city found on an island off the Greek coast that was home to the ancient Greek character Ulysses.
Troy.
No, I'm sorry.
Ithaca.
That's it, Ithaca. Okay, you stole a question and you get the last question in the round. He became the first Canadian ever to win his league's Most Valuable Player award in 2005. Name this star guard with the NBA's Phoenix Suns.
Steve Nash.
That's it for 10 points. Let's look at the score after round one. It's close. South City has 30. Mills is in the lead with 50 points. Well played, both teams. We will come back and have a little chat with our players in just a moment. Don't go away. Welcome back. If you would like to be a member of our live studio audience at a future taping, please give us a call and we'll send you tickets. Just call us at 650-637-1936. We would love to see you as our guest down here. Welcome, Vikings, and Chris Teresi, a senior, your third year as a Quiz Kids player.
Yeah.
And ran into you this summer at a very, very hot with it now spot. We bumped into each other at a Harry Potter midnight book sale.
It was pretty exciting.
Very exciting. You were dressed as Snape. I was a house elf. It was kind of embarrassing, but it was good. Did you enjoy the book?
Oh, yeah.
Good. You're really into music, and this year you're taking orchestra. What do you play?
I play Yahtzee.
Yes, you play Yahtzee. Because you don't play an orchestra instrument.
I play saxophone. Maybe once a week I get out my horn and practice, but not too much orchestral music has the saxophone in it. So I play Yahtzee with the bass player.
You play Yahtzee with the bass player. How many five-of-a-kinds have you rolled?
Very many.
Very many.
This last week, I set a score that may be never equaled ever again in Yahtzee. 502.
502. That's amazing. Congratulations. It's been great talking music with you, Chris. Todd Guerin. Todd, you're a junior, first-time player. Welcome. And you're really into art history.
I am. For example, during this week's practice, we had this question about who put a toilet on display. That was the entire question. I just banged down on the table, since we don't have buzzers, and said Marcel Duchamp. Oh. It was just hardcore.
And you knew that because you had taken an art history class last year?
Yes. Dr. Patrick Hunt of Stanford teaches an art history class for Mills and other students in the district.
Yeah, good for you.
Really interesting.
Learning about great toiletry throughout art history. Fabulous. Well, good. So that may serve you well in some of our questions today. We hope so. James Shea. Hello, James. You are a senior as well. And you are on the cross-country team.
Yeah, that's right.
Some good news for your team this year.
We made it to CCS, and we hope to do well there next Saturday.
Very good. Congratulations. How fast do you run?
Mid-17s for the 3-mile.
Well, good luck to you at CCS this weekend. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Grant Paul. We have with the Warriors 3 brand new players, 3 sophomores, and our captain is Andrew O. Welcome, Andrew.
Hello.
You're also into music.
Yeah.
And you also play the sax.
Yes.
You play the alto sax.
See.
You guys want to do like a jam session during Extreme Lightning? We could do that. I'll just ask the questions and you drown me out. It'll be more fun.
Yeah.
You've been playing for 2 years. How good's the band there?
We're pretty good.
I think there's a better answer than that.
We're excellent.
Fantastic. And you're really into the sciences. You're taking chemistry right now?
Yeah.
That's good for a sophomore. Good for you. Well, good luck today.
Thank you.
Brendan Liu,
Hi.
you just arrived from Texas.
That's right.
You were born and raised there, just moved here 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So you must bring some like Texas mannerisms, some Texas style with you. What do you do?
Well, we have that Texas confidence, you know. It's all about Texas and nothing bigger than that.
You root for Texas in all your sports teams.
That's right.
Favorite team?
San Antonio Spurs.
San Antonio Spurs. You like the Houston Astros too, you told me.
Yeah.
And you're really into math, and you're taking pre-calc right now.
Yeah.
Very good. Good luck to you today.
Thank you.
Margaret Delarios. Hi, Margaret.
Hi.
One of my personal loves is drama. And you are into the drama department at South San Francisco High School. I just directed Romeo and Juliet at our school, but you guys are doing something that sounds much more interesting. What's the play called?
It's called Romeo, You Idiot. It's a spoof of Romeo and Juliet. It's pretty hilarious.
Is it modern day or is it in classical verse? Or?
It's modern day, but there are a lot of throwbacks to the events in the actual play.
And you were telling me that because as a freshman, all freshmen seem to read Romeo and Juliet, it really helped you understand the play.
Well, it made it more funny to me because I got a lot of the references after just taking
And a lot of the jokes. And you are playing
the nurse.
the best part. Good luck, break a leg at that show. Let's give a big hand to your coach, Kyle Killeen. And if there was ever somebody I would like to see hanging out on a balcony, I'd say hello to our judge, Mr. Frank Saboti. All right, we'll come back and we will play the lightning round after these words. Stay tuned. Let's play the lightning round. Chris has asked me to let his fans know he was not dressed as Severus Snape at the party. He was completely normal. Okay, does that make you feel better?
Yes.
Okay, good. In this round, you're on your own, so put your hands on your buzzers. I will ask a question. If you buzz in, you get to answer for your team. Give me the right answer, you score 10 points. Give me the wrong answer, the other team gets to collaborate and possibly steal those points away. If you buzz in before I complete the question, you will have to answer with the information given. If you get it wrong, I will complete the question for the other team. And in these next 2 rounds, I cannot repeat the question, so listen carefully, all right? Good luck to both teams, 50 to 30. Here we go. Its 4 strings are tuned in fifths with the C an octave. Yes, Chris?
Cello.
No, I'm sorry. With the C an octave below middle C and G, D, and A above it. What is this instrument tuned 1 octave above the cello and exactly 1/5 below the violin?
Guitar?
No, I'm sorry. You could have actually collaborated and talked about that, but it's the viola. Sir Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin are in the nave. Both William Pitts are in the north transept. Charles Dickens, Geoffrey Chaucer, and Robert Browning are in Poets' Corner. These famous Brits are all buried in what famous London... Yes, Todd?
What is Westminster Abbey?
It's not Jeopardy, but you are correct. I can't tell you the thrill I had walking all over Jane Austen a few years ago. That was really kind of fun. I like her, though. I really do. Though he described his laws of inheritance at 2 meetings in 1865, the significance of his work was not recognized until the 20th century. Who was this Austrian monk who... Yes, Todd?
Gregor Mendel?
That is correct. When sighted by a Dutch explorer in 1642, it was given the name Van Diemen's Land, but was later changed to reflect the name of the explorer himself. What is this island state of Australia known for its devils? Margaret?
New Zealand?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can...
Tasmania?
Correct. Now, someone do an impression of a Tasmanian devil. Now, no.
After the show.
After the show. In aviation, this means the distance between the front and back of a wing. In geometry, yes, James?
Wingspan?
No, I'm sorry. In geometry, it's a line segment whose endpoints both lie on a curve. What is this term that in music is 3 or more notes or pitches sounded together?
Oh, yeah. Chord?
A chord is correct. George Orwell called it one of the 6 most indispensable books in world literature, noting it for its satire on human nature and a parody of adventure tales. In what story does a man named Lemuel go to such places as Japan, Brobdingnag, and Lilliput? Margaret?
Gulliver's Travels?
Correct. Name the college whose mascot is the phenomenon that is observed when there are water drops in the air and sunlight shines through them. The University of Hawaii Rainbows. To calculate this force, one needs to know the size of the perpendicular force as well as value of the namesake coefficient. What is... Yes, Chris?
Friction.
Correct. While he has a bachelor's degree, master's degree, and PhD in economics, he also studied at Juilliard and is known as an accomplished saxophone player. Who is this chairman of the Federal Reserve Board of Governors? Todd?
Alan Greenspan?
Correct. Consistent with the Dutch being its original settler, This area in New York is named for the capital of the North Holland province, which has been settled since at least the 8th century. What is this New York neighborhood in Manhattan, long known as a major African American cultural and business? Todd.
Harlem.
Right. What Asian country suffered an earthquake that killed more than 20,000 people in October? Chris.
Pakistan.
You are right. What Georgia architectural site similar to Mount Rushmore displays Jefferson Davis as one of 3 Confederate leaders? It's called Stone Mountain. We don't hear a lot about that one, do we? Give the 2 solutions to the quadratic equation x squared plus 4x minus 32 equals 0. 4 and negative 8. Aspen trees are part of a larger group of trees that also includes what state tree of Kansas that reproduces by blowing soft white seeds through the air? I think I felt one of them. It's the cottonwood tree. I'm allergic to cottonwood, I'm so sorry. In its 2005 ad campaign, what Western state called itself Camp You Gotta Go to emphasize all the outdoor fun you can have in towns like Rock Springs, Laramie, and Cheyenne? Andrew.
Wyoming?
That is right. And that signals the end of the rounds. Look at the score. 60 over here and 120 for Mills. South City, they have doubled your score, but the point values will double in the next round. You could catch up with just a few questions. Let's see what happens when we return. Let's play the Extreme Lightning Round. The cottonwood has been removed from the studio and the point values are doubled. Let's go, folks. In Germany, this movement was formed around the magazine Jugend, or Youth, and a Russian magazine, World of Art, that focused on it spawned the Ballet Russe. What was this style whose high point was the 1900 Universal Expo in Paris, whose name means new art? Chris.
Art Nouveau.
That's right. It was, yeah, Mr. Art History. It was featured on the album Welcome Interstate Managers and was one of the very first #1 songs. Yes, Todd.
Stacy's mom.
There you go. Literally meaning in the same place, what term from chemistry refers to elements that have the same number of protons but can have different amounts of neutrons? Yes, Todd.
Isotope.
That's right. Margaret would like to comment on that.
I believe that was unfair.
Oh, okay. He died in San Francisco from food poisoning he may have acquired in Vancouver, making him the 6th president to have died in office. Who was this 29th president of the United States whose term was scarred by the Teapot Dome scandal? Todd.
Who is Grover Cleveland?
Who is no? You guys can talk about it.
Oh.
Make sure you got it right.
Grover Cleveland?
It's still not Grover Cleveland. It's Warren G. Harding.
You said Glover Cleveland.
Yeah. Usually if it's wrong on this side, it's wrong on that side too.
Oh, he's a Glover.
Oh, he said Glover. Oh, Glover Cleveland. Oh, I see, yeah. I'll go on with the questions then, all right? General Zaroff, a Russian noble who supposedly looks like Dracula, gets bored with conventional prey and seeks something more exciting. In what short story by Richard Cannell does Zaroff hunt Sanger Rainsford? Chris.
The Deadliest Game.
No, I'm sorry, that's not correct.
The Most Dangerous Game?
The Most Dangerous Game is right. In economics, what cost is defined as the change in total cost that arises by producing an additional unit? Todd.
What is the marginal cost?
Oh, you do want me to be Alex Trebek, don't you? I'm cuter. It was first established as a French colony called Acadia, but later James I of England designated it as a British colony, causing it to change hands several times. What colony later became a Canadian province with capital at Halifax? Margaret.
New Brunswick.
No, I'm sorry. You can steal.
Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia. Important figures in this field include William Smith and George Cuvier, who initiated the study of ancient animals based on living ones. What is this branch of science that focuses on the history of life on Earth? Todd.
Archaeology?
No. Based on fossil records and rocks.
Paleontology?
That is right.
Cool.
It grew out of a dispute between Chile and Bolivia over part of the Atacama Desert that was rich in natural resources. What was this war that lasted from 1879 to 1884 that was named after an ocean? Chris?
The Pacific War.
No.
The Atlantic conflict?
No, it has a very specific name. It's the War of the Pacific. So you were guessing. This province was part of Guangdong, but became its own separate body after 1944. What is this largest island province administered by the People's Republic of James?
Hong Kong.
No. By the People's Republic of China.
Taiwan.
No. Hainan.
What's that?
Hainan is the bigger one. In 2005, what language was formally recognized by the European Union as one of its official languages in Ireland? Chris?
Gaelic.
Garlic. No, Gaelic. Yes, that's right. Gaelic. I'm sorry, it was a bad joke. And I apologize to all the Irish people. Mary Rudd and Elizabeth Prawl were among the first women to enter it and graduate from it in the mid-1800s. Name this Ohio college considered the first co-ed campus in America.
Oberlin?
Yes.
Oberlin.
That is right, Margaret. In 2005, a Mississippi State park sold one of the original cotton gins built by what famed? Chris?
Eli Whitney.
You're right. That signals the end of the game. Let's look at the score. 120 for South City. With 260 points, Mills wins the game. Don't feel bad. It was your first time out. You played very well. I congratulate you and wish you a very good year, everyone at South City. Gentlemen, you will return to the second round and play another competitor at some time in the near future. Until then, come and watch every game. Figure out who Mills will play next. Until then, this is Brad Freeman saying thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
The following underwriters helped to make this program possible: SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, Oracle, and Samtrans. Tournament champions will win an all-expense-paid trip to Europe, courtesy of ACIS. Additional support provided by these Bay Area newspapers: the Burlingame Scottish Rite of Freemasonry and the Knights Templar.